Welcome to Let's Chat with Disco George. Today, I have a very special guest, actually a plural guest, and they do a fantastic job with a club here, Miami Dachshund Club. If you never heard of Miami Dachshund Club, they're not just meetups. They do such a great job with the community and helping dogs. Sometimes they're lost, sometimes they're hurt, but they have a fantastic presence on social media, and that's where I found them. And I had the pleasure of meeting them, and they were so fantastic that I had to bring them on the show. Welcome to the show, ladies.
Thank you.
Hi, thanks for having us.
So what's going on? Tell me, what's this little dog you have on your lap there?
He's behaving. So
He's behaving.
Don't put that
He's
much
been
of
staring
attention.
at me since the show started.
He might be a little hungry.
You might be a little hungry. Oh boy, you didn't give him breakfast?
No, we have to be, ready to be here.
En la línea.
Yes.
En la línea. Listen, I haven't had breakfast either. So, so tell us, for the people that don't know what Miami Dachshund Club is, what exactly is it?
Miami Dachshund Club, it's a group of Dachshund owners.
Okay.
We get together, we try to get together once a month, at least in a park, in a brewery. We go to like boarding places, we celebrate birthdays. We want them to socialize. Dachshunds, they're very energetic, so also we need to take care of their bags. So it's part of the whole, we take out a little bit of everything, socializing, exercising. We become friends. I've been doing this since 2017.
Oh, wow.
So it's been, yeah.
Well, it's funny. I met you at Tropical Park, and that's one of the reasons why I took my dog out. It's funny. How Facebook, I don't know how they do it, but they find the dog
algorithm.
It must be because maybe I post 1,000 pictures of my dog, but it was great because I actually got my dog during COVID. And it was so difficult. I had lost my my other dogs, which I had for many years, and I took a break. And then during COVID, I was like, you know what? I really miss a dog. And I was lucky enough to find a breeder, and then I had my Anakin at home, but he wasn't socialized with other dogs. And then when I saw your group, I'm like, this is the perfect place that I could take my dog and make new friends. The dog makes new friends. And it was a beautiful experience because everybody was very friendly.
Yes. Well, basically, 2017, everything started 2017. So then COVID came. Obviously, we couldn't go out. We couldn't socialize. So we also did... It was Zoom, like the birthdays before, like we would do like a Zoom birthday.
Oh, yes.
So we would do that too. And then once COVID was like fine, the first meetup that we had was Doxy Given. It was in a place that we literally opened that place. Like they were working to have the place open. COVID came, they couldn't open, and I talked to him and I said, look, let me do my event here, and that way I can help you promote and you can help us too. Because we just help out each other, and he said yes. So we did Doxy Giving in Doral. I remember it was amazing. Like the amount of people that came, and they were like, we're so excited to be here, to be back. The dogs, because a lot of people got dogs in COVID, and then they became super antisocial.
Exactly.
So this is something that I love, that all the dogs, they know each other. Like literally, they know each other. Yes. So as they become friends, and we become friends too.
Yeah. We all do socialize quite a lot. I mean, I started with the club. I think it was 2021 Halloweeny. That was my first meetup that I went to. It wasn't the first event. The first event was actually a dog's birthday party at a bar, and I took my 2 dogs that I got because. So I have 6 dogs.
Wow.
So I started with 2.
Are they all the same color?
No, they're not.
Okay.
I collect them all, like Pokemon. I'm just obsessed with them.
You gotta tell me what they are, each one of them.
Okay, so the first 2 were Reese and Broly. So Reese is a chocolate and tan long hair, and then Broly is his brother. They're from the same litter, and he is a black and tan dapple. So those are the first 2, and then after them, my husband and I rescued Daisy. Daisy is now 6 years old. She's turning 7 now in December, actually. Super excited about that.
Celebrate.
Yeah.
You're going to have to make a cake.
Oh, yeah. Yes, I'm gonna make a cake for her because I do that on the side, and I do them for the events too. So Daisy, she is a red dapple, and she's cream based.
Oh wow,
correct.
That's a beautiful combination.
Yeah, I haven't had her genetically tested. I'm very like big into the genetics of the dogs and all that. I'm like the nerd of the group. So it was Daisy. Then I decided that it was uneven and I wanted a girl. But a girl was not the first one that came because it turns out there was some people that I knew that had a litter and the mom was having a hard time nursing the litter. So I told them that I would help the mom. And in exchange, they were like, hey, do you want to keep that first dog that you saved at like day 2? I bottle fed him from day 2.
Oh, wow.
So I kept him. So that's Luigi. And he is a dapple piebald long hair. So he's the most beautiful thing. He's got these colorful eyes. He's so pretty. And then I was like, okay, now we're really uneven. I've got 3 boys and 1 girl. So we got Marie. She is a shaded cream long hair. And she's actually from Tennessee because I looked for a good breeder out of state. And then the last one, we just got her. She's from Mississippi. Her name's Faye, and she's a solid black long hair.
Oh, wow. Beautiful.
All those guys.
Now that she told us, I got to hear your story, but I want to hear what sparked, first of all, getting a doxy, because most people they're like, oh, you know, it's they're like, people like kind of, sometimes they see, they're like, hey, un doxy, oh my God. It's like, what made you, what happened to draw you in to get a doxy?
First of all, in Colombia, I had a friend that he had a dachshund, and I was like, oh my God, no. Like
it was love at first sight, right?
No.
It wasn't?
The
No, it wasn't
opposite. I was like, no. Like
what?
he was huge,
Oh.
long.
Oh my
like,
God.
Nothing
So
like
he wasn't pure then.
No, he's probably a standard.
Because grande. Okay, I got a story for you.
Yes.
I gotta tell you.
Yes.
What happened to me?
That was the first time I saw a dachshund. But like I'm talking about, I don't know. I was in Colombia, so 2003, 2002.
Wow.
So here, I just wanted to have a dog. Like I've always had dogs in Colombia, never a dachshund. And then I decided to just go with, somebody was selling these dachshunds for $250.
Oh, wow.
And
a steal nowadays, right?
yes. And then I got Luna, which is my first baby. I didn't know anything about breeding. I didn't know anything about, the whole crisis that we're living right now.
Right.
So $250, it was fine. We had to put a deposit on the place that we used to live for $500. And then I moved to a house, and I said, well, Luna is going to be by herself now. Let me get her a companion, like a friend. And then we got Prince for $300.
Wow. You find the deals.
Yes.
Did you use that app that they use?
I'm over here giving like an arm and a leg for it.
Yeah, I know.
Yes.
Isn't it crazy?
Yes. And then again, I still don't know anything about breeding. I just wanted to have somebody for her because we used to work and she was alone.
It was just a pet.
Yes. And then I got her a spay. And because I'm not having puppies or anything, I don't know anything about that. And then with Prince, one of my really good friends, she fell in love with him. Her boyfriend fell in love with him. And she was like, please, Adri, I want to have a puppy from Prince and Sarah. But I was like, I'm so into rescuing, adopting. Like, no, I'm not going to do that. And
where did that come from? Where did that thing? Because like I've had 2 dogs, and I actually not rescued somebody. I went to a meetup. This is the story I wanted to tell you. I went to that meetup that they have every year on South Beach that they moved up to. I think it's a Dachshund rescue.
It's a West Palm Beach now.
That one. So I'm there and I'm walking with my dog, one dog. I had one Doxy at the time, and this family goes to me, would you like another Doxy? And I look at the dog, and of course, we love Doxies, right? But it was like a supersized Doxy. Somebody crossbreeded a Basset Hound with a Dachshund. So it was a black and tan, but it was this
huge.
Big. That dog was so strong. I remember when I grabbed it, he must have weighed 50, 60 pounds at least.
Wow.
y daba una patada que he was like, when I was putting him in, I was like, this dog, you know, you see him, you know, big, but this dog was just as strong as my Doberman that I used to have before. So I took him home. And yeah, I did. I took him home.
Okay.
And I had him probably like 3 months. And I had him afuera en el patio. Y un día, I don't know how, he just got out. He got out, and I never saw him again. I was like, and he had, you know, the tag and the whole thing. Tú sabes que estos perros, these dogs, usually if you lose them, it's very rare that somebody returns them.
Back,
it's like you see a lot of Yorkies disappear. It's crazy. Or French bulldogs. That's the latest thing. There's so many French bulldogs. Well, but whatever. Back on Doxy. I rescued it, and it was crazy because he actually got along well, but it was a supersized dachshund, and you know we called him Rocky. Le pusimos Rocky because he was so strong.
They can be though. Yeah. Dachshunds can get very big because you have the. Like what's recognized by the AKC, that's like the kennel club, that it's like the highest, you know, pedigree show dogs. They recognize 2 sizes, which is the mini and the standards. So minis is 11 pounds and under, and then standards is it could go from anywhere, I believe it's 15 pounds all the way to like 30 pounds.
Oh wow!
Standard dachshunds are huge, and then they have like what the size they don't recognize is rabbit, which we have one in the group that she's like
2.
She's like 2 pounds.
Roxy? No. Roxy and Izzy.
Roxy and Izzy, that they're like 5 pounds. They're the tiniest little things.
Yeah.
So there's different sizes, but yeah, dachshunds can be massive, and they're strong.
I think
dogs.
aren't there like 23 different colors? It's like 23 of them.
32.
Is it 32?
Yeah, because it's coat color and coat type combination.
Okay. I had looked it up and I found 23. I was like, wow, I know there's a lot, but I know now you're telling me it's 32.
I think it might be 32 because it's because you have.
Are you flipping my 23?
No, I could have sworn it was 32, but maybe I'm wrong and it is 23 and they're just flipping.
We're gonna Google it.
Yeah.
Production, we need to know.
We need to fact check it.
Fact check it. We're gonna fact check you here.
That's fine.
Live
if I'm wrong,
at
I'm
Miami
wrong.
Community News. But let's get back to Doxies. So the meetups. Talk about. I know there's one coming up in December 15. Where is that going to be?
It's going to be Tropical Park.
Okay.
We're celebrating Christmas. It's called Santa Paws. And basically we do like a Secret Santa. So
nice.
We could do Secret Santa either for humans or we could do Secret Santa for dogs. And you know, you go, you take a gift, you pick a little papelito, and then whoever you have to describe who this dog is. And then you go out of all the gift and you pick one.
All right. What time is it going to be? Do you have a time yet?
We don't have a time yet, but most likely it's going to be 11.
11-ish?
Yeah, 11. Because I set up like 2 hours before.
Oh, wow.
So I go 2 hours before, I bring everything, put the decorations. We're going to have a Santa.
Oh,
to take
there
pictures
we go.
and a background. So yeah.
Nice. You know, one of the things that I noticed at a lot of your events that you have vendors that go to help you and they sell different things. You want to talk a little bit about that? Just, you know, what kind of stuff they sell there for the dogs?
When I do events, some of them I try to do park so then the dogs can actually have fun and socialize, because when we do events in breweries or what else? But yeah, basically breweries. It's the one that allows to bring vendors. They don't have fun. They're on a leash. Mm-hmm. So vendors, it could be any vendor, depending if it's a brewery. Then I cannot take anybody that sells human food. But it could be dog food. But anything, any type of business, I always say support local vendors. Sometimes I have a little girl, she's 11 or 10, the one that do like
the bracelets and
the beads.
And stuff for the dogs.
So she goes with the mom.
It's a lot of home-based businesses, right?
It is.
Yes. And I like my daughter also to see that. This past meetup that I did in Doxy Giving, I had her, help me with this, help me with that. And then I brought stickers and I said, let's just give stickers to everybody, because that's also, something that I want her to see and learn and be more social, because she's a COVID baby.
Oh, wow. Mm-hmm. Wow. Isn't it incredible how everything, stems from. Then you told me you might be looking for more vendors for some of your events.
Yes, anything, any type, any local vendors can reach out to us. Either Instagram, Facebook.
How do you have it set up under Miami Dachshund Club? Both of them?
Yeah.
You have it on Facebook, Instagram, and
I have everything.
Yeah.
Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, a website, a WhatsApp group, which actually it was just a chat. Now it's a community. Yeah. So I love it because you can join the chat, but we have different groups. So if you are interested in, let's say, boarding, vet referrals or stuff like that, you can join that one. But if you want to join...
So you have it specialized.
Yes.
We do, yeah.
And then we have one that I would suggest people that like to shop not to join because
if you have an addiction,
I had to I was like, I'm out. I have to leave.
She
it's
left
a shopping one.
She left that one.
So
she left me in it.
Yes, well, I'm sure you're in it. So you buy everything 6 at a time, right?
So I actually that's what kills me is when it's like outfits and things like that. People are like, oh my God, look, they make this custom thing of your dog. I'm like, well, I can't because I have 6, so I'm gonna go bankrupt. But I am in the shopping chat. Yeah, she left me in that one. I'm in all the chats with her because a group of us helped her since this is her club, but we helped her out in organizing the community. And I'm pretty active in all of them because I do work from home.
Right.
So I'm able to be active when I can and on my downtime answer questions. So I'm very active in the shopping chat, yes, mostly because I'm just like, I want it, me, get it for me or get it for somebody else. And then active in that it's labeled the vet referral chat. But mostly what it is we ask all kinds of questions. Like last night we had a dog that it looks like he may have gotten into a cigarette butt. And nicotine is actually extremely lethal to dachshunds. It's a very small dose that it takes to hurt small dogs. And so she messaged in that chat, and that's what she was saying earlier to me when we were driving over here. She was saying, where were you? And I was like, it was like 11:45 at night. I was trying to finish my Christmas tree. She goes, yeah, but someone was asking a question and you weren't responding. I'm not a vet or anything.
Right,
and we make that disclaimer, that hey guys,
but
not a vet,
you guys are very supportive.
Yes.
And I've seen you say, oh, please, if somebody's in this area, can you please help? Maybe pick up a dog that's lost or something.
Yes. This is like the beauty, and I'm so proud of like everything that we do. Not me, because everybody, Adriana, thank you. No.
I'm proud of her.
It's all of us because I can count on her. Like if something happened, an emergency, I'm going on vacation, contact Gianina.
Right.
Something happened with a dog, contact Gianina. I need somebody to take care of my dog. Can you recommend me somebody? Talk to Karina.
Right.
And it's beautiful. So when dogs are found, like dachshunds are found stray, or surrender, I go, who's around this area? And they go and they help me. The last 3, there was 3 dachshunds found in a gas station, dumped.
Oh my God.
And as soon as I knew, I was studying. I was doing a course in Zoom, so I couldn't move. And I was on my phone. I'm like, please, who can go? And this and that. And then somebody went, grabbed them, hold them until I was done. I went to pick up my daughter, go and get the dogs, to take it to Karina to hold them for me because I also have 3 dogs. So the whole group, some of us or most of us are friends, like really good friends. But in general, the community is just beautiful.
Yeah.
Like
you've created a beautiful community that's giving. You've created a beautiful bond. You guys are good friends. Among with all the people that you've done, and that's all. That's what it's all about. That's why here at Miami Community News, we're all about the community and mental health. And you are doing that with mental health. The dogs give us mental health. I'm sure.
Mental problems too.
Yes, but believe it or not,
so I got an emotional support animal for my
really
anxiety,
is.
but he gives me anxiety.
Times 6. But we're gonna blame the person that really loves the dachshund, right?
Oh yeah. No, I mean I love him.
You want to give him a special shout out? Let's give him a special shout out.
My husband.
¿Cómo que se llama tu husband?
Marcos.
Marcos. Good job, Marcos. She says she wants 6 more.
We ended up with 6 because neither one of us can say no.
Right.
But my husband is much worse at saying no. He sees that, like, she'll post like, oh guys, this dachshund's for adoption. and I have to hide the phone because my husband's in the group too, and I'm like, "Hi, babe, what's up?"
But I have a story. So really quick. So we were in the movies, and somebody reached out and said, "Listen, I had these dogs. It was an accident. Some of them went to my family. Like I know these people, but there's one dog that I haven't been able to find a home." And I was like, "Where do you live?" And she goes, "I live in the Keys." And we were in the movies, and so then I go, "Okay, so let me see what I do." So she goes, "I'll go and get her." I'm like, it's 11:30.
And we were down at Homestead, so we were close to the Keys,
Homestead,
kind of.
And then Marcos goes, yeah, let's go. I'm like, no, like, I'm going home. I'm not going to go. No, like, I'm tired. It was, like, I don't have my daughter. So I'm like, no, I'm enjoying my weekend. And they went and they got the dog.
Yeah, we got back at like 3:30, I think. And that whole ride back, my husband was like, "You don't think we could keep her?"
There we go.
Fit right in. I'm like, no.
Too funny. I know you wanted to also touch upon the dog's health.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that because we only have a couple minutes left in the interview.
Okay. So no. Basically, I would like for her to.
I guess this is where I'll take over.
Yes.
I guess important things for people to know about dachshunds if they have one or if they're thinking about having one. So, number one thing is going to be IVDD, intravertebral disc disease. That's something that dachshunds can get is just because of their long backs.
All right.
Basically, what you have to think about is it's basically like you've got, a piece of pasta and it's going to be brittle in the middle and it can snap. In dogs, what happens is if they jump, these dogs are very active and you will think if you don't know anything about them, because that's how my first Doxy got IVDD. I thought, he can jump, he can run. I let him do whatever he wants. No. These dogs, you have to buy them ramps. You have to keep their weight in check because any of that extra weight on the back is going to make it bow and give in. And what happens is one disc jumps another. It pinches nerves and they can become disabled. They can lose feeling. They can lose function. Yeah. So it's very important to take care more than anything of their back and to take care of their weight.
And get, and sorry to interrupt you, get the little steps, especially like if I have 2 steps. I have one for the sofa and one for the bed.
Yeah, steps and ramps everywhere. Absolutely.
Insurance.
Pet insurance too. I know that there's this, it's that mentality of like it's a dog, doesn't really need insurance, but this, like for example, some of these surgeries for these dogs can cost you anywhere from like $10,000 to $12,000. Yeah. You'll be lucky if you find something under that. If you have pet insurance, you may be spending, $40-50 a month, but if something happens to them, you're not shelling out all of that money. And some people actually end up putting down their dogs because they just can't.
They can't afford it.
They can't afford it. And these surgeries can save the dogs. I mean, they can go back to walking done properly and quickly enough.
Do you, off the top of your head, do you have the insurance that you would recommend?
I use Pets Best.
I use Nationwide.
My grandmother has Nationwide too. They're really there's
and what
a couple.
Does it run a month? You said $50.
Yes. Mine is
per dog. Yeah.
Yeah. Mine's like $50 per dog.
Yes. Okay.
It's like a car payment for me.
But that's something that we recommend in the chat. For example, somebody joined, like I would like some information. So sometimes we do like polls. Okay, what insurance do you use? And I put like a bunch of names and then everybody start voting and then they explain why. What's the benefit? Like, why do you have it?
Well, that's the beauty now with the chats and everything.
Yeah.
And you that are so active, if anybody has a question, just zip it on to and you guys will be able to help. Yes. Before we close out, because believe it or not, we're almost done. You said you'd also do fundraisings and stuff like that. So let's talk about that.
So really quick, I would like to thank Little Paws of Dachshund Rescue, which is the rescue that has been for the past 2 years. I think I've surrendered to them about 15 dogs that they have been surrendered to me, or they have been, they're being straight, like taken from the streets.
Okay.
So I want to thank them because they are a huge part of like this whole, rescuing and helping, and they always have fundraisings because they're always constantly getting dogs from the streets. So yes, when I do a fundraise, it's all clear. I put it on our Instagram and on our WhatsApp, and I want people to see exactly what is being donated and what's going for.
Exactly.
So,
and what is it usually? The funds that you do get? What does it go to exactly?
Well, right now I had a GoFundMe that I closed yesterday for a dog that was surrendered to me, Lola. And basically a dog that has been living in a cage and she needs so much done. So we were able to raise $1,500 GoFundMe gets a percentage,
yeah.
but everything else goes to the rescue. So
Awesome.
it's for her.
And is Lola adopted already or not?
No,
Not yet.
I got her on Friday. So basically, she went to the vet.
So what's the process if somebody's interested in getting maybe Lola, at least an application? How does it go?
So go to the website, Little Paso Dachshund Rescue, or you can reach out to me, to Miami Dachshund Club, and I will give you like the website. They will explain everything. To fill out an application, you have to pay $15. They do a Zoom meeting, like to check exactly where you live, a home check, exactly, where the dog is gonna be, where do you work, who lives with you. That's why I like it, because they make sure all the dogs that I've rescued, that I've given to them, I'm in touch with all of them.
Oh, wow.
And they send me
that's
pictures.
so important. The follow-up is so important.
Yes, because they're all the rescue
And
dogs.
sometimes even support, like even the regular pound, that we have here. Sometimes they give you food and everything, and it's so important. It's not just getting the dog, it's owning it, maintaining it.
It's a responsibility.
And especially with this one, make sure you get insurance for the
insurance
for the back.
and just learning about them and just being responsible. There's a lot of information, if someone decides that they want to learn more and maybe they just want to join the group to learn more information, they totally can join our WhatsApp, ask us questions. There's a lot of information, especially that I like to share when it comes to the health, especially like responsible breeding. Genetic testing is very important, and it's readily available nowadays to avoid lots of things. We had a dog that we did a fundraiser for that he was a double dapple. Most people don't know that you can't breed two dapple dogs together.
Yeah.
Those dogs end up blind, deaf, deformities, internally.
Oh, wow.
So all of those things we teach the community. Like, a lot of people learn from Bucky. He's living a great life. He's a beautiful little guy.
Yeah.
Cute.
All right. Well, just to close out, I know you gave us some pictures, so you wanted to do a couple shout outs, and just do it right there to that camera right there. They're going to come up.
Okay. So that's Julie from Little Paso Dachshund Rescue. Thank you so much. She's like the best. Every time I got a dog, I'm like, Julie, I need your help. And
shout out to Julie.
Yes, Little Paso Dachshund Rescue. Thank you.
And the next one?
That was Halloweeny last year. That's part of the club. Our WhatsApp chat is like about 400 people.
Wow.
Our Instagram is it's close to 9,000, but everything is organic. So everybody that goes to the meetups tell another person, and that was last year. Halloweeny.
But you always have a huge turnouts.
We have huge turnouts. Yes.
I would say at least 150 to 100 every time, right?
I think for that one was close to 100 dogs.
Yeah.
Wow.
Is that they get at the beginning, but they also then they leave. I see a middle point. I'm like, let's take a picture, because a lot of people leave.
Right.
But yeah, it's about that, 80 to 100.
And next one, please.
This is part of my right in me da sentimiento, because without them, I'm missing Maria and Corey.
Yeah.
They're a big support. So, anything that I need, they would say yes. They never say no.
Wow.
Adri, you can count on us.
You have a great support system.
Yes. And for me, it's really hard to let go, not because I don't think they're going to do a bad job, but because this is like my baby.
Right. Yeah, it's very sentimental. You get attached to the dogs, even when you're like, you're going to have to get it adopted, but you fall in love with them. Next one, please.
And that's my beautiful family.
Yay.
That's my daughter Daniela, which is a little rescuer too, because when I have foster, she also helped me either feeding them, or she's like, Mama, but like, sácalo, vamos a llevarlo a caminar, like, let's do this, let's do that, and she's like my helper. So that's Luna in the middle, my firstborn.
Too
And
fun.
then Prince and Benito in the bottom, which is Benito is like my
Right.
twister.
That's a beautiful picture.
Thank you. That's my beautiful family.
Yes. Well, I want to thank both of you for coming and, sharing your experience with Miami Dachshund. It's a fantastic group, and I want to personally thank both of you, because you're doing a fantastic job.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you for having us here.
Excellent. So if you enjoyed this little chat today, please give us a like. And if you really, really like it, please share it with all your friends. Thank you very much. Oh, and of course, maybe share it with your dog. Have a good